To fulfill her duty, she sent her own head to her husband. Watch the video till the end and your heart will tremble, so let's start, friends. Many stories of sacrifice for the sake of true patriotism are mentioned in history, but this is the amazing story of the brave woman of Rajasthan. We are talking about Hadi Rani of Mewar, who has made such a huge sacrifice for the motherland and for the victory of her king that hardly anyone else has done so. Hadi Rani was such a brave woman who sacrificed her life to protect her chastity. The Queen of Mewar cut off her own head and presented it to her husband to remind him of his duty. By sacrificing herself, the queen set an example of sacrifice and was called the best brave woman to do so on the pages of history. There is an immortal love story hidden behind it. Let us know the heroic story of Hadi Rani. Hadi Rani was the daughter of Hada, ruler of Bundi, who was married to Sardar Rawat Ratan Singh Chudawat of Salumber area of Udaipur, Mewar, and later she was known as Hadi Rani. Hadi Rani's marriage to Sardar Chudawat. Only a week had passed since the marriage of Hadi Rani, the brave woman of Rajasthan. The queen had not even left the henna on her hands when her husband was ordered to go to war. The order contained an order to stop Aurangzeb's army, after which Sardar Chudawat ordered his soldiers to prepare for war and march. But Sardar Hadi did not want to go away from the queen. A Rajput enters the battlefield giving up the attachment to his head and does not shy away from beheading if necessary. This was the reason why Hadi Sardar was being prevented from going to the battlefield by his love for his wife. But on the other hand, Aurangzeb's army was advancing. After which Hadi Sardar came with a heavy heart to bid farewell to Hadi Rani. Hadi Rani was also shocked to hear this message, but the courageous Hadi Rani inspired her husband Ratan Singh to go to war. But Hadi Sardar was worried about his queen. The king had a doubt in his mind that what would happen to his queen if something happened to him in the battlefield, but being a Rajputani woman, Hadi Rani asked her husband Sardar Chudawat to march for the war without any worry, and also said that they not worried about them and bid them farewell, wishing the king victory. Sardar Ratan Singh Chudawat, being a king, set out for the battlefield to fulfill his duty, but his wife's love was taking the king away from victory. Sardar was worried that he could not give any happiness to his queen, and hence his queen might forget him. Therefore, the king also sent a letter to the queen through a messenger, and in this letter it was written that, "Dear, do not forget me, I will definitely return from the battlefield." And along with this, in this letter, the king also proposed to ask for his precious thing from his wife and asked that she should gift something to the Hadi Rani sacrificed herself for the motherland. Queen Hadi became worried after seeing this letter from the king and started thinking that if her husband is surrounded by attachment to his wife like this, then how will she fight against the enemies? Then Hadi Rani decided to sacrifice herself for the motherland. Being a true warrior and feeling of patriotism, Hadi Rani sent her own head by messenger to the king as her last sign to break her husband's attachment and bring victory to the king. When the messenger presented the severed head of the queen as the last memento of Hadi Rani before King Chudawat, the king kept looking at his wife's head with his tearful eyes, and thus the king was disillusioned because the king's most beloved thing was taken away from them. Then Hada Sardar attacked the enemies with the aim of achieving victory and did not allow Aurangzeb's army to advance. But the credit for this victory goes not only to bravery but also to the sacrifice of the brave Queen Hadi. The heroic story of Hadi Rani of Mewar, Rajasthan is truly inspiring to the people and awakens the spirit of sacrifice and renunciation. Hadi Rani not only inspired her husband to win but also made a sacrifice that even the bravest of men would hardly bother to make. Yes, the brave woman of Mewar made such a sacrifice that it is probably not possible to even think about it, leave alone doing it. In this way, Hadi Rani protected her chastity by sacrificing herself. Along with this, the brave Queen Hadi Rani has left her indelible mark on the pages of history. His sacrifice for the motherland will always be remembered.